Florence Scovel Shinn famously declared, "Your word is your wand." With that one simple truth, she unlocked a law so divine, so exact, and so eternal that it continues to echo through generations. What you speak, you create. What you affirm, you allow. And what you repeat, consciously or unconsciously, becomes the blueprint your subconscious mind uses to build your reality. The power of the spoken word is not a poetic metaphor. It is literal, it is spiritual law. As you prepare to rest tonight, know this. You are not simply falling asleep. You are entering a sacred state of mental receptivity where the conscious mind loosens and the subconscious opens like fertile soil. Every word that follows, every affirmation gently whispered, is planting seeds of wealth, success, healing, and divine alignment into your being. This is not wishful thinking. This is divine law in motion. The same law that governs the rising sun and the changing tides governs the thoughts you dwell on and the words you speak. Florence taught that the subconscious mind is a faithful servant. It does not analyze. It does not question. It does not resist. It simply accepts and brings forth. If fear is what you repeat, fear will shape your world. If lack is what you affirm, lack will continue to surround you. But if you speak abundance, align with truth, and trust in divine timing, then the universe must respond in kind. It is law. It is unbreakable, and the most powerful time to rewrite the story your subconscious mind believes is while you sleep. So many people live in a constant cycle of lack and limitation, not because it is destined, but because they are hypnotized by the world's noise. Repetition is the language of the subconscious. The world has repeated fear, struggle, scarcity, and doubt for so long that these ideas have embedded themselves into the inner workings of the mind. But tonight, all of that changes. Tonight, you speak a new word, a divine word, a word that resets your energy, realigns your path, and restores your birthright to abundance. You are not here to struggle. You are not here to barely survive. You are here to thrive, to prosper, to expand, enjoy wealth and divine favor. Florence knew that prosperity was not something to chase, but something to claim. She taught that what belongs to you by divine right can never be taken. It can never be blocked. And what does not belong to you cannot stay, no matter how tightly you cling. Abundance, when aligned with divine law, flows effortlessly. It flows not through force but through faith. As your body softens into stillness and your breath deepens into peace, your conscious resistance begins to fade. In this quiet, the subconscious receives more purely. The affirmations spoken in this sacred sleep meditation are crafted not just from words, but from truth. Truth that transcends fear, truth that awakens power, truth that reclaims your divine inheritance. There is nothing random about this moment. You are not here by chance. You are here because your soul is ready to remember, ready to rise. No longer will you speak words of doubt. No longer will you affirm lack or limitation. Instead, you will align your speech with the wealth of the divine. You will speak words that carry the frequency of God's abundance. Florence taught that even a single declaration, when spoken with faith and conviction, can change the entire course of your life. Let that declaration echo within you tonight. Let it rise and settle into the roots of your mind. I am divinely provided for. My supply is unlimited, immediate, and comes to me under grace in perfect ways. Say it silently. Say it aloud. Say it in your dreams. This is your truth. The divine supply that fuels the stars, the oceans, and the very breath in your lungs is the same supply that meets your every need. Money, opportunity, support, healing, love, nothing is too great or too small for divine law to handle. The universe does not withhold. It only responds, and tonight, it is responding to your new word, the word of abundance, the word of truth, the word of your rebirth. Let these affirmations continue to repeat as you sleep. Let them become your inner dialogue. Let them replace every old pattern of doubt and fear. You are no longer hypnotized by the noise of the world. You are now attuned to the rhythm of divine wealth. You are no longer bound by time, by effort, or by logic. You are aligned with a greater law, the law of spiritual supply. Florence knew it. She lived it. And tonight, so do you. The beauty of this process is that you don't have to try. You simply need to rest and receive. The words are doing the work. The divine law is already in motion. What is yours is coming. The doors are already open. The channels are already forming. All you must do now is trust. Trust that your word is your wand, and that every word spoken in this sacred space is reshaping your world. As you drift into the depths of sleep, know this: you are no longer the person who doubts, who fears, who waits. You are the person who speaks and receives. You are the person who claims and is answered. You are the person Florence spoke of, the one who understands that your word is your wand, and tonight your wand is creating abundance beyond your wildest dreams. So sleep in peace, sleep in truth, sleep in divine power. Everything you seek is already on its way. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that the law of prosperity is not activated by stress, striving, or anxiety. It is activated through faith, rest, and divine alignment. Prosperity does not respond to panic. It responds to spiritual truth. And as you gently surrender yourself to rest tonight, a powerful thing begins to happen. You release the illusion of control and enter into the rhythm of divine flow. You allow. You receive. You surrender to the greater order of life, where abundance is already prepared for you. There is a divine law that governs everything in your life. It governs your breath, your heartbeat, the rising and setting of the sun. It governs timing, alignment, and flow. And this law does not require you to earn your abundance through suffering. It requires you only to align with truth. Florence made it clear: man does not make things happen, man only prepares to receive. Your prosperity is not something to chase. It is something to claim. And claiming happens not through force, but through faith. While the world may condition you to believe that wealth and success are results of constant effort and grinding effort, divine law says otherwise. Divine law says, be still and know. It says that when you step into harmony with the truth of who you are, a child of the infinite, an extension of the source, you unlock the flow of all that already belongs to you. There is no begging, no proving, no pleading. Only alignment, only allowing. Tonight, while your body rests and your conscious mind fades, your spirit steps into this divine rhythm. You are no longer battling life, you are dancing with it. The affirmations that play softly now are doing what no amount of external effort could do. They are realigning your subconscious mind with truth, a truth so ancient, so pure, so sacred, that once activated, no outer condition can withstand its force. The law of prosperity begins within. It begins in the silence of the mind and the calm of the heart. It is not something you manufacture. It is something you awaken. And that awakening begins here, through the repetition of truth, through the vibration of words charged with divine energy. Florence reminded us that everything we seek is already ours by divine right. It is only our disbelief, our fear, and our worry that block its appearance. As you drift deeper into sleep, those blocks begin to dissolve. Fear melts, doubt loosens, resistance fades, and in their place, a new pattern forms. A pattern of receptivity, of joy, of effortless abundance. You are not working for your good anymore. You are welcoming it. You are not chasing money or miracles. You are magnetizing them. And you are doing it through the most sacred act of all, surrender. Sleep is not just for rest. It is for recalibration. And tonight, your recalibration is one of wealth, ease, and divine support. You are being brought back into harmony with the universal laws that Florence Scovel Shinn taught, with such boldness and clarity. She knew that the outer world is only a reflection of the inner state. And so tonight, you are changing the inner state, not through willpower, but through divine word and sacred rest. You are now activating the law of prosperity from the deepest part of yourself, from the still, quiet space where your subconscious listens, receives, and creates. You are replacing the old stories of struggle with a new script, a divine script. The script says, "Everything I need is already prepared. All I desire flows to me now. I walk in divine abundance, under grace, in perfect ways." This script does not ask for permission. It is not built on fear. It is anchored in truth. Florence taught that the subconscious mind works day and night, attracting to you what it has been impressed with. You do not need to be awake for the law to work. You do not need to be striving or calculating or chasing. In fact, the law works best when you are at peace. And that is why tonight is so powerful. Because you are finally allowing the law of prosperity to do what it was always meant to do. Without your resistance, without your interference, without your fear, you are safe now, you are supported. You are surrounded by divine intelligence that knows exactly how to deliver the good you desire. Every affirmation you hear now is not merely sound. It is a spiritual command. It is a declaration of alignment. And your subconscious hears it. It accepts it. It begins to shape your reality accordingly. What you affirm tonight will become your life tomorrow. What you believe tonight will become your experience in the days and weeks ahead. So allow the words to repeat. Let them settle. Let them become you. You are no longer the one who struggles for survival. You are the one who knows that the universe is on your side. That prosperity is your natural state. That supply is unlimited and always flowing. There is nothing missing. There is nothing delayed. There is only your readiness to receive. And now you are ready. Ready to receive effortlessly. Ready to receive joyfully. Ready to receive abundantly. Not through stress but through sleep. Not through force but through flow. So rest, dear soul. Let go of effort. Let go of struggle. You are no longer pushing the river. You are floating in its current, supported by unseen hands, guided by divine law. As Florence would say, "Infinite Spirit, open the way for my immediate supply. Let all that is mine by divine right reach me now, under grace, in perfect ways." As your body sinks into stillness, and your breath slows into a peaceful rhythm, your mind begins to shift. The conscious thoughts of the day, the worries, the to-do lists, the noise, start to fade, and a new space opens. This space is sacred. It is calm, receptive, and pure. It is the home of your subconscious mind, the seat of your beliefs, and the gateway to your manifestation. Florence Scovel Shinn, with timeless clarity, taught that the subconscious mind is not a passive receiver. It is a creative engine, a powerful force that reflects and projects whatever is imprinted upon it. What you impress, you express, she declared. That is the law. Just as a seed planted in fertile soil produces fruit according to its kind, so do your thoughts, feelings, and especially your words, shape the circumstances of your life. You do not manifest what you wish. You manifest what you deeply believe. And those beliefs live in the subconscious. You cannot fake alignment. You must embody it. And the most profound way to shift those hidden beliefs, the most gentle and powerful way, is through repetition while you sleep. As you rest tonight, you are not doing nothing. You are doing the deepest work of all. You are reprogramming the inner landscape from which your entire life flows. The affirmations spoken in this meditation are not merely beautiful words, they are spiritual seeds, and your subconscious, open and responsive in sleep, receives them directly, without the interference of doubt, without the questioning of logic, without the resistance of fear. These affirmations bypass the surface noise and enter the heart of your being, and there they begin to grow. Florence understood that the outer world is a mirror. Every experience you face is a reflection of an inner belief. If your life has been marked by limitation, struggle, or lack, it is not a punishment. It is a projection. But this also means that when you shift the inner pattern, the outer reflection must shift, too. The law cannot be broken. The subconscious must obey what it is consistently told. And that is why this moment matters. Tonight, you are feeding your subconscious with truth, with love, with divine certainty. You are feeding it with words charged with power and aligned with universal law. You are no longer affirming struggle. You are no longer repeating patterns of lack. You are planting new declarations, ones that say, I am abundant now. I attract prosperity effortlessly. Divine supply flows to me from all directions. These are not just affirmations. These are instructions, and the subconscious follows them exactly. The beauty of this process is in its simplicity. There is no force. There is no stress. Just gentle, repetitive truth. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that the subconscious does not argue, it accepts. It brings into form what it is told to expect. And so tonight, as your physical body rests, your inner self is being rewired. Old beliefs are being dissolved. New ones are taking root. You are being restored to the truth of who you are, a child of the infinite, one with unlimited potential and divine right to abundance. Everything in your life flows from the inside out. No outer condition has power unless you accept it. But now you are rising into a new awareness. You are no longer a victim of circumstance. You are the creator of your reality. You are now impressing your subconscious with words of power, and therefore, you will soon express a life of power. Your finances will reflect it. Your opportunities will reflect it. Your relationships will reflect it. Everything around you must align with the truth you are now accepting within. There is no timeline in divine mind. There is only readiness. And tonight, you are ready. You are ready to receive. You are ready to be supported. You are ready to trust that life is not working against you, but for you. With every repetition of truth, you are returning to your center. You are stepping back into flow. You are opening the gates of abundance with nothing but the power of your words and the stillness of your belief. And so, as you continue to sleep, the affirmations will continue to imprint. They will speak to the deepest parts of you. They will speak to the forgotten parts of you. They will awaken the abundance you have always carried within. And slowly, without effort, your outer world will begin to change. You may not see it all at once. It may begin subtly. A new opportunity here, a gift there, a shift in perception, a clearing of resistance. And before you even realize it, your life will begin to reflect the new truth you've planted. You won't have to struggle for it. It will come because it must. It is law. And the subconscious, now aligned with prosperity, will make no mistake in delivering what you've impressed upon it. So let go of the need to figure it all out. Let go of the need to make it happen. You have done the most important work already. You have spoken truth into your inner world. You have chosen to believe a new story. You have chosen to align with abundance. And that choice, made now in rest and surrender, is more powerful than a lifetime of struggle. Florence Scovel Shinn's wisdom echoes through time because it touches eternal law. And that law is now working through you. You are impressing your subconscious with divine truth. And therefore, you must express a life filled with divine blessings. This is no longer a possibility, it is a certainty. So sleep peacefully, rest deeply. You are creating abundance now, not through effort, but through spiritual law. Florence Scovel Shinn taught us one of the most comforting and powerful truths in the spiritual realms, that what is yours by divine right will come to you, not by force, not through striving, not by manipulation or fear, but through perfect timing. She reminded us that there is a higher order, a divine orchestration, constantly unfolding. In this divine order, there are no delays, only divine preparation. And tonight, as you lie in stillness and allow your spirit to soften, you step into that sacred rhythm. You no longer chase, you allow. You no longer beg. You believe. You no longer worry. You rest in truth. There is something deeply healing about understanding the nature of divine timing. The world may condition you to believe that if something hasn't arrived yet, you're doing something wrong. That if things are slow, you've missed your chance. that if your blessing hasn't appeared, perhaps you're not worthy. But Florence challenged this illusion. She made it clear nothing that belongs to you can ever be taken from you, and nothing not meant for you can stay. The universe is not behind. The universe is not late. The universe is precise, deliberate, and perfect in its unfolding. Tonight, as the affirmations begin to drift through your awareness, each one is planting the truth that you are right on time, that your desires are not being denied but rather prepared. And while you rest, the divine forces that govern the unseen world are arranging the perfect conditions. You do not need to rush this. You do not need to understand how it will happen. You only need to trust that it will, in ways that far exceed your logic and imagination. Florence's teachings bring such peace to the waiting heart. She knew that faith is not passive. It is powerful. Faith is knowing that behind every apparent delay, there is divine strategy. Faith is choosing not to panic when things don't appear instantly. Faith is what turns waiting into preparation and uncertainty into expectancy. And tonight, you are not falling asleep with worry in your heart. You are falling asleep with a holy confidence that everything good is already on its way to you. While your body sleeps, the subconscious absorbs a new relationship with time. It no longer fears the future. It no longer obsesses over the past. It becomes anchored in the eternal now, the only place from which manifestation can truly emerge. And in this now moment, as you relax deeply into each breath, your mind becomes the perfect soil for the seeds of divine truth. These affirmations you hear are not just suggestions. They are spiritual appointments being made. They are reminders that you don't need to make anything happen. You only need to become the space for it to arrive. Everything you desire, every vision you've held in your heart, has already been acknowledged by divine mind. It's already yours in the spiritual realm. Now it's simply being guided into form. And divine timing ensures that it arrives when you are most ready to receive it. Not when you're anxious, not when you're desperate, but when you're aligned, open, and expectant. This is not delay. This is wisdom. Florence would often say, "Infinite Spirit, open the way for the right results to appear, under grace and in perfect timing." That is the prayer you now carry into sleep, a prayer not of worry, but of surrender, not of force, but of flow. You're not asking for a miracle. You're aligning with the one that's already in motion. And while the world may rush, you no longer do. You understand that what is divinely yours cannot be missed, and that the seeming pause is often the preparation for something greater than you imagined. You are now entering a space of divine rhythm, where you no longer push for your blessings. You draw them to you. You magnetize them with your calmness. You welcome them with your confidence. And in this space, you finally understand that your timing is divine, your path is blessed, and your journey is unfolding exactly as it should. There is no competition in divine law. There is no such thing as being behind. You are on the perfect path, at the perfect pace, for the perfect purpose. Even as you sleep, this wisdom is becoming part of you. Your inner dialogue is shifting. The voice of doubt is fading. And in its place, a deep, unwavering knowing is taking root. You are no longer the one who fears time. You are the one who trusts time. Because you trust the divine. You trust that all things are working together for your good. Even the things that feel uncertain now. Especially the things that feel uncertain now. So sleep in peace. Let go of the false timelines. Let go of the pressure to be somewhere other than where you are. Everything is unfolding beautifully. You are not waiting. You are preparing. You are not behind. You are being positioned. You are not forgotten. You are being guided. And the same power that spins galaxies is already arranging your success, your healing, your relationships, your finances, and your miracles. Tonight, you are no longer forcing the flow, you are flowing with it. Divine timing is your ally now. It is not working against you. It is working for you. What is yours will come. What is meant for you is seeking you, and as you rest, those unseen blessings are moving closer with every breath. You are walking in favor. You are surrounded by grace. You are wrapped in divine intelligence that knows exactly when, where, and how to deliver the desires of your heart. So now breathe deeply, let go completely, and sleep knowing that everything good is already making its way to you, under grace, in perfect timing. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that abundance is not something to be earned, begged for, or achieved through relentless effort. It is something to be received, something already prepared, waiting only for your readiness and alignment. But in the heart of so many lies an invisible wall. That wall is made of fear and doubt, and those two energies, subtle and powerful, become the greatest blockers of all that is good. Not the world, not other people, not even circumstance. The true block is always within. Yet the miracle is this: it can be dissolved from within as well. As you surrender to sleep tonight, you're not just resting your body, you are releasing resistance. You are clearing the channel through which abundance flows. You are returning to your natural state, peaceful, trusting, receptive. For it is not fear that creates, it is faith. Fear tightens, faith opens. Fear says, "What if it never comes?" Faith says, "It is already done." Fear contracts your energy, faith expands it. And the universe responds not to your words alone, but to the energy behind them. Florence made it clear your supply is unlimited, but fear tells you there is never enough. Florence taught that what is yours by divine right is already on its way. But doubt whispers that perhaps you're not worthy, not ready, not good enough. Fear and doubt are illusions, programs passed down from generations of limitation, scarcity, and struggle. But tonight, you are choosing a new reality. You are choosing to believe that faith is more powerful than fear, and that you were never meant to live beneath your inheritance. In this sacred space of rest, the affirmations flowing into your awareness are doing something deeper than encouragement. They are replacing old beliefs. They are cleansing the subconscious of fear's residue and planting new seeds of trust. I am divinely guided and abundantly provided for. I walk in faith, not in fear. All things work together for my highest good. These words are not empty phrases. They are spiritual medicine, spoken in rhythm, spoken in alignment, and spoken directly to the inner you that is ready to rise. You don't have to work harder to manifest. You don't have to force the universe's hand. All that's required is that you release the blocks within, the fear, the worry, the resistance, and make room for miracles. You are not here to suffer. You are here to remember that you are always supported, always loved, and always connected to the infinite supply of the divine. That truth never left you. It simply got buried beneath layers of fear, and tonight, those layers are lifting. As you drift deeper into sleep, your mind becomes like soft earth, ready to receive new truth. The old fears are no longer welcome. They cannot follow you where you are going. You are moving into a new state of being, a state where trust is your natural language, and where abundance no longer feels distant or difficult, but close, immediate, and already unfolding. Florence understood that spiritual law does not respond to panic. It responds to precision. It responds to clarity, to declaration, to alignment. That is why she taught affirmations so faithfully. She knew that when you speak with faith, when you declare your truth as if it is already done, the universe must rearrange itself to match. Fear delays that process. Doubt scrambles it. But faith activates it. You are now allowing faith to become your dominant energy, not hope, not wishful thinking, but certainty. The kind of certainty that Florence lived by and taught with such clarity. She taught that the moment you truly believe, the thing you desire begins to rush to you, because belief creates the mold, and the universe must fill that mold. Fear breaks the mold. Faith strengthens it. And so tonight, as these affirmations play and your breath slows, imagine every ounce of fear dissolving. Imagine every doubt gently leaving your body. Imagine your mind opening wider and wider, like a window being raised to let light in. The light of truth, the light of peace, the light of spiritual law working perfectly, effortlessly, and without delay. There is nothing to fear. Not tomorrow, not money, not failure, not rejection. Those are illusions that fade in the presence of truth. And the truth is this: you are already abundant, already worthy, already aligned with divine favor. You lack nothing. You are missing nothing. You are now simply clearing the channel so that what is yours can arrive without interference. You are making peace with divine timing. You are choosing trust over tension. You are releasing attachment and embracing expectancy. And the universe is responding, right now, even while you sleep. The shift has already begun. Florence said, "Fear is only inverted faith. It is faith in evil instead of good." And tonight, you turn that energy back around. You choose to believe in good. You choose to expect blessings. You choose to anchor yourself in the knowing that the law is always working and you are always supported. Nothing more is required of you. Not effort, not struggle, just faith, just rest. And so, with a heart open and a mind quiet, you fall deeper into sleep. You do so knowing that the work is already done. The path is already made clear. The way is already prepared. All you must do is stay in this vibration of trust. Let the words continue. Let them sink into your spirit. Let them do what they are designed to do. Restore you to the frequency of your true power. Sleep now, not with tension but with certainty, not with fear but with faith. You are safe, you are seen, and your abundance is closer than ever. Florence Scovel Shinn, in her timeless wisdom, taught that abundance is never something to be chased. It is never something you must run after, manipulate, or struggle to obtain. Abundance, in its truest form, is a natural extension of divine order. It is the result of alignment, not effort, not stress, not hustle, but alignment with truth, with spirit, with the vibration of already having. When you align, you attract. When you align, you receive. And tonight, as you drift peacefully into sleep, you are not chasing abundance. You are becoming a vessel for it. You are stepping into your natural flow. You are returning to the frequency of your original design, one of peace, of wholeness, of unlimited supply. Florence taught that you cannot hold conflicting vibrations and still expect results. You cannot speak abundance and feel fear. You cannot affirm prosperity while chasing it in panic. You must become the match to what you seek. And that happens not through action alone, but through internal alignment. When the inner state shifts, the outer world has no choice but to follow. So tonight, while your conscious mind rests, your subconscious mind begins the sacred work of reattuning your energy. Through gentle affirmations of truth, you are being brought back into the vibration of abundance. I am now aligned with divine supply. Everything I desire flows to me effortlessly and joyfully. I no longer chase, I magnetize. These words are not distant wishes. They are declarations of identity, spiritual truths that your soul has always known, and that your mind is now remembering. In the noise of the world, you were taught that success is earned only through exhaustion. That money comes only to those who suffer for it. That love must be won, and blessings must be begged for. But Florence's teachings bring a different message. One that whispers to your spirit even now, you are already one with everything you seek. There is no distance. There is no separation. There is only alignment, and alignment is a choice. Every time you let go of fear, you choose alignment. Every time you release control, you choose alignment. Every time you rest, trust, affirm, and expect good, you choose alignment. And with that alignment, you become magnetic. You become the space into which abundance can pour. You stop chasing money and money begins to find you. You stop striving for opportunity and doors open with ease. You stop doubting your worth and the universe reflects your confidence back to you. This is not magic. This is law, spiritual law, the law of vibration, the law of attraction. The law that Florence lived by and taught so clearly. You are not here to chase, you are here to embody. As your body relaxes deeper into rest, your spirit is rising. You are stepping into remembrance. You are aligning with the truth that you were never separate from your good. You were never behind. You were simply distracted by illusion. Now, those illusions fall away. You no longer believe in lack. You no longer align with scarcity. You no longer participate in the struggle. You rise into divine agreement with abundance, peace, wealth, and overflow. Abundance is not something to achieve, it is something to allow. It has always been circling you, waiting for the moment when your energy became a match. That moment is now. You are ready to receive. You are ready to live in flow. You are ready to wake up to a reality shaped by your trust, not your fear, by your faith, not your effort. Florence said, "Man's word is his wand filled with magic and power. And as you rest tonight, that wand is active. The words you allow into your heart are vibrating with the frequency of what you wish to experience. These words, words of abundance, ease, flow, and grace, are being absorbed by your subconscious. And the subconscious does not hesitate. It does not analyze. It simply says yes. It simply delivers, so you no longer need to push. You no longer need to force. You no longer need to convince the world to give you what is already yours by divine right. You simply need to align. You need to stay in the vibration of truth, of joy, of expectancy. That is where miracles live. That is where breakthroughs happen. That is where abundance appears, not by accident but by law. Sleep becomes sacred when you understand its power. This is not unconscious nothingness. This is divine reprogramming. This is alignment being written into your energetic blueprint. With every repetition, with every breath, with every beat of your heart, you are being rewritten from the inside out. Your aura shifts. Your thoughts shift. Your energy field expands. And what you used to chase will soon come chasing you. Because abundance responds to confidence. It responds to clarity. It responds to certainty. You are now becoming certain. Certain that you are supported. Certain that the law works. Certain that your good cannot miss you. Florence would remind you now, what is yours will come to you under grace, in perfect ways. And the only thing you must do is stay aligned with that truth. So sleep in peace. Rest in confidence. Let the affirmations do their work. Let your mind release the old habits of chasing and grasping. Let your soul remember the joy of allowing. You are not chasing anymore. You are attracting. You are aligned. You are magnetic, and abundance is already on its way to you now. As your eyes close and your breath softens, you enter a realm untouched by the chaos of the world. Sleep is not just a pause from waking life. It is a sacred space, a quiet temple where divine order does its deepest work. Florence Scovel Shinn understood that this stillness, this liminal space between consciousness and the unseen, is where the most powerful transformations take place. She taught that the subconscious mind is most receptive in this state, open, quiet, yielding, and what you impress upon it here becomes your reality. Not tomorrow, not someday, but now in the unseen. Tonight, you are not just sleeping. You are resetting. You are reprogramming. You are opening the doorway between what is and what can be. The affirmations you hear are not empty sounds. They are seeds of truth. Each word is alive with divine energy. Each phrase is charged with spiritual power. As they flow into your mind, they bypass resistance, bypass logic, and plant themselves in the soil of your spirit. This is where real change begins. Florence said, "Man can only receive what he sees himself receiving." And while you sleep, you are being given new vision. You are being shown a life where abundance is not the exception, it is the rule. You are being guided to release the images of struggle, of lack, of waiting. Those were illusions born of fear, and they no longer serve you. The divine story of your life is one of overflow. It is one of grace. It is one of steady, unstoppable good flowing to you in ways seen and unseen. You no longer have to force. You no longer have to chase. In sleep, your effort surrenders. And in that surrender, spiritual law begins to work without interference. The laws that govern the universe, the same laws that govern the rising of the sun and the rhythm of the stars, are now rewriting your story. The story where you no longer worry about bills, where you no longer carry the weight of proving your worth, where you no longer live in survival mode, waiting for life to get better. It is getting better now. The subconscious mind doesn't argue. It doesn't delay. It responds. And as these words of truth bathe your mind in light, your subconscious is recalibrating. I am prosperous now. Money flows to me with ease. I am worthy of every blessing. These are not dreams. These are divine decrees. And Florence knew that once spoken with faith and absorbed with belief, they could not return void. The word, when aligned with divine law, always manifests. There is no distance between you and your good. There never was. Only doubt, only fear, only the belief in separation. But tonight, that belief dissolves. You are being reunited with the truth, that you are one with infinite supply, that you are divinely provided for, that all your needs are met before you even ask. You are not trying to become abundant. You are remembering that you already are. Let that truth settle deeper. Let it reach every corner of your being. The deeper you rest, the more open you become. The more open you are, the more receptive you become. The more receptive you are, the faster your manifestations flow. This is not effort-based change. This is vibrational change. You are moving into harmony with spiritual law, and once harmony is restored, resistance is removed. What was once stuck becomes fluid. What once felt blocked becomes effortless. What once seemed impossible becomes inevitable. This is the power of sleep. This is the miracle of the unseen. This is the gift of Florence's wisdom, that you can choose a new reality from the inside out. You can speak your good into being. You can affirm your abundance in stillness. You can declare your freedom and allow the universe to respond. Even in your sleep, you are creating, and this creation is not small. It is not limited by time, money, history, or logic. It is divine in scale and infinite in possibility. You are now imagining a life where you wake up free from fear, free from limitation, free from the old programming that told you abundance was something you had to earn. No, abundance is your divine inheritance. And tonight, you claim it. You claim it not with striving, but with stillness. Not with desperation, but with deep knowing. You do not beg for blessings. You expect them. You do not chase wealth. You align with it. You do not live by chance. You live by divine law. Let that law do its work now. Let the affirmations continue to flow as you drift deeper into rest. Let the sacred process unfold without interference. This is not just a night of sleep. It is a spiritual appointment. It is a holy recalibration. It is the realignment of your soul with your divine destiny. One of peace, one of joy, one of unshakable abundance. There is nothing else to do, nothing else to fix, nothing else to figure out, only to receive, only to allow, only to rest as truth does its perfect work. You are not alone. You are not lost. You are not behind. You are aligned. You are supported. You are already blessed beyond measure.